Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. A very popular chart analyst says, "Come on and fill my bags." He's talking about XRP and another very popular cryptocurrency, but it just happens to be a matter of fact, and I'm going to show you new data on this actually. There's an insane number of new people flooding the markets, purchasing all sorts of stupid things, making terrible buying and selling decisions. And look, mind you, I am not offering financial advice. I'm not telling anyone to buy or sell or hold anything. Okay, I'm just sharing my humble opinion. But my gosh, the emotional buying and selling of crypto gets people absolutely wrecked. And wait till you see how many new people are flooding it. I also want to talk to you about what with the bear market after. I know everybody's excited about all the hypiness and stuff that's going on. I'm excited about it too. Like I've been waiting for this. I happy to acknowledge it. I've been waiting for multiple years for the bubble to inflate so that I could sell along the way to the top and then for it to pop. I'm playing that game. I am speculating that's what's going to happen. There's no way for me to know for sure, but based on previous market cycles, I have a high level of confidence. I sleep super duper easy, even though I have real money in these markets. I want to talk to you about what it might look like and when investing strategy that actually might need to take a little bit of a turn based on market maturation. So plenty to talk about that. And also XRP, look. $20+ this market cycle. $20+ this market cycle, says a popular chart analyst. And I got to tell you, that does not sound wacky to me. I'm never going to make a price prediction, and I don't know if that's going to happen this market cycle, but I'm looking at everything else that's happening. I'm looking at the money flowing in. I'm looking at what's happened in the past. All sorts of things. How coins are actually, there's so many coins popping off beyond. They're like overextended if you look at, the Fibonacci levels. Which, by the way, Fibonacci, fine Italian restaurant. Check it out. Try the veal. But you look at all of this and you're just like, huh, things are berserk right now. So I do want to be clear, though. I don't have a financial background of any kind, not offering financial advice, and so you should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. Just an enthusiast here making YouTube videos as a fun hobby. Nothing special about me whatsoever. Not some sort of guru. Just fun talking about Ripple and XRP and crypto in general. As I record this, XRP is at $1.61, Bitcoin at 57,606. Market cap for the asset class, not far from its all-time high, $2.444 trillion. Woo, hot damn. You got Bitcoin dominance down to 44.08%, and I don't mind seeing that one bit. I want to move into this now. Take a look. This is a tweet from a chart analyst Kaleo, and he shared this with his 268,000 followers on Twitter. And it's a chart showing average follower trading experience. Which is, it's an interesting thing. It's just one little thing you can look at, and I find it to be very fascinating. And he wrote the following, and I'll pull the chart up full screen just a second here so you can glance at it for a moment. But he wrote, "Mark today as the day of the potential flippening between 2019 or earlier and 2021. So what he's talking about is people that have been in crypto trading it's 2019 and earlier versus how many are new, as in 2020 or after that, 2021 also. So, and then he writes, "My guess is the top," he's talking about top of the market, "is in when 2019 or earlier is less than 10% of the total, maybe even as low as 5%, still plenty of room to grow." And so here's the chart full screen if you care to take a look at it. But if you're driving, don't worry about it. "Motorists, keep your hands on the wheel at 10 and 2, damn it, lest you become crashed into an animal like a fish. Ain't nobody goddamn time for that." But here you can see the blue represents traders from 2019 or earlier. The orange is people that jumped in 2020, and the gray is people that jumped in 2021. So you can see as time passes, as we go to the right of this chart, that 2019 number, it keeps becoming a smaller slice here, right? And so, what do we know about the new? And no offense if you're one of the new people. In fact, I applaud you. Kudos to you for like getting out there and trying getting perspective on crypto in general from all sorts of different people and just doing the best to make your own informed decisions. I applaud you for that. But still, if you're brand new to this, you are part of a massive group of people that do not know what the hell it is that they're doing. And I'm not, please don't be offended by that. I'm not necessarily talking about you specifically, but as a group, these people are buying, like, they're going to buy the top of Dogecoin. Like, that is what's going to happen here. And I don't know where the top will be, but I would love for everybody to make a bunch of money, but not so sure that's necessarily going to happen for everyone. But look at this. My gosh, this is where we are now, and it's just one little chart, one little metric here. But more and more people will continue to plow in as euphoria increases and people tell everybody that they know in their real life, their siblings, their mothers, their fathers, their grandparents, all of the damn friends, all two of them. And then media is going to be blasting this stuff. And so everybody's going to be looking at crypto. And so everybody that's been there from 2019 and before that, it's going to be a smaller piece of the equation. And these people, these newer people, are going to propel the entire asset class into the biggest crypto bubble that has ever existed. That's what I believe is going to happen. We're already at 2.4 whatever trillion, and most of the altcoins that exist have not had their run yet in alt season. Alt season's here, clearly. Like, we've got multiple coins that have popped off. Most have not had that happen yet, and we're already at this level. Like, prices are going to get bid up so high for so many of these cryptocurrencies, and I believe they will all crash back down. But still, I'm here for the ride up, right? And I'm gonna try and sell all on the way up, and then if I miss, if I actually overshoot, then fine, I'll sell some on the way back down. But I'm not worried personally about trying to sell the top of the market. That's not realistic. So if you have that expectation of yourself, I'm here to tell you that you will fail. You're not capable of it. No human is capable of it. It's not just you. It's everyone. You cannot do that. You can't. The best chart analysts on the planet don't know for sure what the top's going to be. It's a fool's game. So it's best to just, if you're happy with the amount of money that you could make become real by taking it out of crypto, if you're happy with it, then if you want to take it out, then go ahead and do that. It's up to you. You can buy or sell or hold. Doesn't matter to me. But if the prices keep running up, you just got to not beat yourself up, because that will happen. Like, it's going to happen. You have to understand that. That doesn't mean, oh my God, the emotions are hitting me, I should not done it. No, don't play that game. It's going to happen. Like, just prepare yourself for that, and then don't beat yourself up. That's what makes sense to me. And so here's a chart analyst, Credible Crypto, who now is up to 182,900 followers. Hot damn, man. Let's tell you what, he's becoming, he probably already is, like, one of the most popular chart analysts in all of crypto. Like, I think it's probably fair to say that at this point. He's up there, man. But anyway, he retweeted out the following: "Come on, sellers, fill my bags." And he's talking about XRP and another cryptocurrency called HBAR. And so somebody named Chris asked him, "Hey, Cred, do you keep track of your dollar cost average price on XRP and HBAR? Really curious what your average is." And he wrote, yeah, average on XRP is sub 30 cents, and average on HBAR is 4 to 5 cents. And HBAR, I didn't check today, but I think it's probably hovering. It was, at last I checked anyway, I was hovering around 30 cents, so I don't know what it is now. But XRP at $1.61 a second ago. I think that's what I said. And bought sub 30 cents. And so that's why I was paying attention during the bear market, because that is the best time to pay attention to everything that's going on. That's where the real fortunes are made. Pay attention, buy stuff when nobody else wants it. Because when everybody does want it, that means that the price is probably pumped up on a bunch of the stuff, and the returns just aren't going to be necessarily as appealing as they would have been if you would have bought when everybody else was fearful about it. And the same is true. The same psychology is true for the stock market, right? And precious metals. Pick your commodity. And so for me, I actually never did calculate my average buying for XRP, but I have a pretty damn good idea. I was keeping mental tabs. And then also I purchased a number of larger, I made a number of larger purchases of XRP in, let's just say, I guess it was probably mostly August, September, October, somewhere there. I talked about it when I did it, but I bought enough that I have an idea of what my dollar cost average would be, and my best guess, without having to actually crunch the numbers, is I'm probably right around 25 cents. I can say that fairly confidently anyway. But it's worth knowing. And so, but look, I spent years dollar cost averaging in before making those larger purchases, because to me, it's not about trying to perfectly buy the bottom, because you can't do that either, and it's not about selling the top. And then here, I just wanted to briefly mention this, and I kind of talked about this fairly in depth the other day, so I'll be brief on it here, but I love driving this point home. And there's an endless number of people, and nothing against these people. I get it. Emotions hit humans, fine. But there's so many people out there that get frustrated by price action that is just trading sideways, but that's most of what it is to hold a cryptocurrency. It's mostly sideways or down action. and then you get these big bursts up. That's historically how it's been anyway. But that's a very small percentage of the number of days over any time span where you actually experience that. And so if you're getting the feels and it's making you feel a bit impatient or like, oh my gosh, what, maybe my money should have been somewhere else. Well, yeah, you don't have perfect hindsight though. Nobody does. So it doesn't make sense to beat yourself up emotionally over that. And so there's somebody here basically just kind of, I'm not going to read through this. It's on the screen if you're curious enough, if you want to read through the few tweets that are on the screen here. And so it's not to pick on anybody. That's not what I'm saying here. If you're feeling this stuff that does make you normal, I'm just saying that it makes sense to like evolve as a person and get to the point where you can recognize, yeah, this is what people do because we're all human and we all have the human DNA, and this is as a group how we're going to respond to this stuff. And then think, maybe instead of letting emotion dictate how I go about my day or my buying and selling this or that, maybe recognize this is what humans do and that it's destructive and most people get wrecked if they act on emotion, and then act accordingly. Like I'm just saying that. Remove emotion from the equation here. And so I also wanted to highlight too, there are people in the XRP community that feel like, oh my gosh, XRP, it's not moving. It's not, all these other coins are popping. Just to be clear, you're going to get people that respond that way with every cryptocurrency on the planet that has not yet gone parabolic. Every single one. And we don't know the order in which they're going to pop, but I'll tell you what, last market cycle, all of them popped. Every single one. So humans look to me like they're behaving about the same as last time, so I suspect all of them are going to pop again this time. So you can go chase green candles, chase coins that have already done much of the pumping, and take money out of yours that hasn't pumped if you think that's the wisest thing to do. I personally don't make those decisions because the time to invest is before the pump. It's like it just is. Oh my gosh, chasing green candle. If a green candle goes off, rather than be like, oh my gosh, I missed that one. Be an adult and just recognize that that's not something you can control. There's no way you could constantly control that. And it doesn't mean that what you've invested in is not going to have the same type of price action in the future. That is not logical. It is not. And also, let's talk about this too. What's the bear market going to look like? Here's a tweet from Credible Crypto. And I appreciate this. He wrote, I was here during the last 3-year bear market, and I'll be here during the next one. The only difference is I'll be 10x more involved in the space during the next. I'll probably be about the same. I'm pretty involved, so I'll probably be about the same. But I appreciate that, and I appreciate the people that don't plan on going. Like, to anybody that's going to go away, it's like, do you think that the opportunity is going to go away? Because I'm going to do this whole damn thing again. All right, this is my second bull cycle. And it's the most fun part. I have to acknowledge that, but I'm still gonna have fun during the bear market when it does hit, and it could be interesting. Will be interesting, but for a number of reasons, I'm sitting here wondering as we go through this, like when this next bear market hits, after this bubble completely inflates and then ultimately pops, then you have downward price action for like the next probably 12 months or what. It'd probably be something like that, just to get to the bottom. Are we gonna have a sufficient maturation to where the coins that aren't doing anything actually finally go to zero? Well, we didn't get that last time. There are all sorts of people that said, oh, finally, this is the cleansing we needed so that all of these silly coins that don't do anything won't pump. And the whole time I was saying, whoa, you guys are getting ahead of yourself here. It looks to me like the whole market retraced 80 to 90%, some a little bit more than 90%. But it looks like nothing went to zero except for like BitConnect and the scams. There's a rare exception to that, right? So I said, this doesn't look to me like the market sufficiently figured things out. And so that's why I was like, this market is probably going to look about the same as last one unless something changes. But nothing did change. And humans, sure enough, are acting just as stupidly as they did last time. But that is what creates the volatility. And the volatility is what means that there's opportunity to have gains. If there were no volatility, there would be zero opportunity for gains if there were zero volatility. And so what I'm wondering is, are you going to have some that go to zero? And so for me, what I'll be looking for is if there are a bunch of cryptocurrencies that actually go away and then the liquidity dries up and exchanges stop trading them as a result, then I'll say, okay, now we might need to be more careful about what we're investing in and really take a look closer at fundamentals, in which case I think XRP would be perfectly positioned for all of this because it's functionally useful. It's being used in enterprise grade software. Might that matter? I think so. But if we don't see that, then I'm just going to sit here and be like, okay, I'm just going to start buying all these crap coins again, because why the hell not? If this is how humans are going to behave, got it. Right. I'm not going to try and change the world. If this is what humans want to do, I'll just recognize the poor parts of the behavior that result in people getting wrecked and not do those ones. But still, yeah, I'll go with the flow. Other than that, sure. When everybody's freaking out, panic selling the stuff Oh my gosh, it's going to zero. As long as it's not actually going to zero, I'll start snatching anything up that's cheap, including the best cryptocurrency on the entire planet, Ethereum Classic. Only 51% attacked 3 or 4 times. The best cryptocurrency on the entire planet. That's the one that I really desire. Strong fundamentals, my friends. For those of you new, yes, that was sarcasm. Just want to be clear there. So I think this is going to be a blast. I hope that so many of you that are listening now choose to stick around, because I know like the excitement for so many will go away once this bubble pops. But man, that's the time to pay attention. Like that really is the time to pay. And so I want to share that message. Like you decide buy or sell or hold if you want to participate or not, your call. But man, like in my humble opinion, that is the time to be looking at all of this stuff here. And I'm going to have a blasty blast doing it. I ain't going nowhere. But I will go ahead and wrap up there. I'm not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.